Pacquiao fighting at 130 pounds. Pacquiao hopes to fight Morales at 130 in the rematch, but Morales is toying with the idea of full-time duty in the 135-pound weight class, so that's where he's fighting tonight. 134.5 at the weigh-in for Morales, 133 for Raheem. You can see that they are virtually identical in age. Morales, who just turned 29 2 weeks ago, is 1 inch taller. He's got a 1-inch arm length advantage measured from the armpit to the end of the fist, and tonight, as they enter the ring unofficially, Raheem is slightly the heavier man. Rules of the bout with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Erik Morales Zahir Raheem fight is scheduled for 12 rounds using the unified rules of the Association of Boxing Commissions. There is no 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. In case a cut is caused by an accidental headbutt, we go to the scorecards if the 4 rounds have been completed, and you cannot be saved by the bell in any round, including the 12th and final round. Jim.
Great looking entrance outfit here for Zahir Raheem. You can see his record against current or former champions, Luisito Espinoza. It's been a frustrating career of fits and starts for this guy who was once a great prospect from Philadelphia, Larry.
Right, and he says that coming back from the Olympics where he reached the 3rd round, and another Philadelphian, David Reed, won a gold medal with a dramatic last round knockout, he felt depressed for years on and off. And so he bounced from manager to promoter to manager to promoter, fighting at weights that weren't really his natural weight. We'll see if he can do better at this weight.
One of the toughest things for the psychology of this sport, Emmanuel, is so much is subjective. Trying to avoid comparing yourself to somebody else when everybody's career is going to be different.
Everyone is different, and you have to realize that. I mean, you can never tell which direction fate is going to move certain individuals in. You have to take whatever hand you get, so to say, and move on with it and try to do the best you can. I'm looking, he has a great outfit on it. It looks beautiful, but traditionally, the prettier the outfit, the lesser your chances of winning have been. So for the most part, I would want my guy to come in there with not even a robe on, if that's the case.
So you're saying you like to see your guys go with rags to riches.
Yeah, but I do that after the fight, not before the fight.
Well, I guess Raheem is saying, okay, if I haven't had a chance to be a king in boxing, I'll dress like a king. Act as if.
Give me the fighter with the plain outfit on.
Now here comes Morales, and he will get a tumultuous reception. We are about 2 hours, 15 minutes north of Tijuana by car.
Erik Morales had 25 professional fights by the time he was 20. Won his first championship at 21. Has had different championships on and off for the last 8 years.
Few fighters have such a zest for combat, Matty.
That's what's made him the fighter he is. He holds a lot of animosity towards Barrera, a lot of other things, but those are the things inside of him that motivates him. And I really like him as a fighter.
There's a look at some of the big wins. He won his first fight with Barrera and was shaded in both the second and third fights. There is considerable talk of a fourth. You talk about a fighter with options. If Morales wins this, he could be a likely opponent for the winner of the Castillo-Corrales fight for the lightweight championship. He could fight another lightweight champion named Juan Diaz. He could fight Pacquiao. He could fight a fourth fight against Marco Antonio Barrera. That's what happens when you're active and exciting, as he has been throughout his career. Let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Staples Center here in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California, USA, Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated presents 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC International Lightweight Championship. Brought to you in association with Integra Inmediata and AEG, along with HBO Sports, sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission. Chairman Chris Mears, Vice Chairman Armando Vigara, and Executive Officer Armando Garcia. The 3 judges at ringside scoring this bout on the 10-point system will be Dr. James Jenkin, Raul Caiz Sr., and Julie Letterman. And when the bell rings, the man in charge of the action inside the ring, referee John Shorley. And now, from Staples Center, Los Angeles, California, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red, official weight 133 pounds, professional record 26 victories, including 16 knockouts with only 1 defeat. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, here is Zahir King Raheem. And his opponent across the ring in the blue corner, wearing black, official weight 134.5 pounds. Professional record 48 victories, including 34 knockouts with only 2 defeats. Damas y caballeros, de la zona norte, Tijuana, Mexico, the 3-time world champion, Erik, el terrible
Second, okay, guys, for the WBC title, give me a good, clean fight. Obey my commands and protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, good luck.
Sometimes Erik Morales fights down to the level of opponents when he doesn't perceive them to be serious threats. Let's see how he handles this opponent.
If he does that tonight, he's going to be making a mistake.
He looks like the welterweight that he weighed in at tonight.
Well, you know what would be fun? If the fight goes the distance, we'll get to see how much Harold Letterman's card differs from that of his daughter, Julie Letterman. Does the acorn fall far, as we say, from the scoring tree? Erik Morales says, I'll cut off the ring, I'll make him stand and trade with me. Some figure that Zahir Raheem will do anything but stand and trade with Morales, but Raheem said, I'll fight him. We'll see.
Well, he's certainly standing more flat-footed than we're accustomed to seeing him.
Well, if he continues to fight that fight, he got his work cut out tonight, because Zahir is a very skillful, talented fighter with great coordination. And unless Morales picks it up, it makes it a more busy and intense fight. He's going to have a rough fight tonight on his hands.
So
is there potentially still a world champion inside Zahir Raheem, Emmanuel, or has too much time gone by in his career?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think so, but also the fact that he's fighting at his proper weight division. Weight was a major factor, as well as inactivity with this fighter.
Good left hook by Raheem. And you saw his hand speed, which is certainly comparable to that of Morales. Straight right hand over the top by Morales. That's one of his better weapons.
It's interesting looking at the gloves. We have, once again here, we have Morales with the winning gloves on, the same gloves that he was insistent on using, and he was able to get.
A good left hook by Raheem. Got the attention of Morales. He's also raked him with a right hand earlier.
Yeah, so you make a great point. Raheem is wearing the puncher's glove, Reyes, and Morales, regarded as the puncher in the fight, is wearing the protective glove, winning. Morales has had hand problems in the past.
That's right.
Right, I got you.
And I don't see much difference. If you take the label off of the gloves and put no label on them, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference to me.
What about the fact that winning is padded with foam and Reyes with horsehair? Some say that makes a difference.
It does make a difference, but it's not, to me, I've had both gloves on. I don't see much difference.
I'm sure Morales would say it's not about the gloves, it's about the fists.
Well, Morales is opening up now because he senses that Raheem is a little bit quicker and he's trying to overwhelm him.
That's what he's going to have to do because he fights a technical fight. He's going to have his hands for him.
Morales getting in a chopping right hand inside. He has found some holes in Raheem's defense, but he's also gotten hit by Raheem's accurate punching.
But he's also noticing that Raheem's main defense is mainly to just bend down and to take a squat instead of rolling punches. So as a result, he's rather going to land his right hand by shooting it more straighter and shoot it shorter.
Round one, a more physical round than we've seen in previous Zahir Raheem fights.
No, we don't need that back. We don't need that back. Okay.
When you throw the right hand, watch out with the leg. Come on, the right hand is what you need. Don't be short with a punch. Give him a little bit of water.
Con la misma agua, con la misma, con esa fuerza.
You got nerve. Don't push yourself. Looking good. Relax, baby. Relax. Is it going nice?
I got it, baby.
Is it going nice?
You got that round. That was your round, baby.
Stay on in that jab. That jab. Move. Get about here. Come with it. Good.
One thing Raheem did in the first round was to take the crowd out of the fight, but it was only the first round.
That's true. Mainly his left hook right there, but he's going to have to be careful because Morales is going to be a little bit more aggressive, I think, now.
Raheem effectively took away Morales' jab, too. Morales threw 13 jabs, didn't land any. Ultimately resorted to power punches and went 7 out of 30. Harold Letterman gave Zahir Raheem round one on his scorecard, probably because of the two solid left hooks. Raheem in the middle of the ring, beating Morales to the punch and landing his own jab. Morales trying to come across the top with the right hand, but Raheem managed to step aside.
Morales' balance is not too good tonight.
Sometimes it's not good early in a fight.
No, he's off balance a lot. When he throws his punches, he finishes up off balance a lot. But he still is a big puncher. And that's why I didn't put so much emphasis on the gloves in the fight with Packy, because he's a good puncher himself.
Manny, in recent years, virtually every single one of Morales' fights against a opposition has gone the distance. He's a good puncher, but he's not an intimidating puncher. He's a great fighter.
Well, you actually look at Pacquiao outside of Barrera, I don't think he's knocked out too many of the top quality guys neither. When you get to the top level, it's a little different.
Yep.
But Morales has been fighting a lot of top fighters for the last few years more so.
Hard right hand, guys. Zahir Raheem is seizing the initiative. He's outboxing Morales right now. He's beating him to the punch. He's fighting the fight that he wants to fight, and he's doing pretty well.
Doing very well.
Erik Morales sometimes seems lethargic against opponents who are not fellow superstars. So many of his fights have been big fights that, as Larry pointed out, he tends to drop to the level of his opposition. He doesn't look really hot tonight.
Come on. Erik.
When that happens, he usually finds a way to correct things and to win the fight. But he prides himself on his boxing ability, and I don't know if he is yet convinced that he can't box with Raheem. Once that happens, then you'll see him attack.
Well, Morales loves competition and said before this fight, it'll be fun to fight somebody who's different from the other opponents I've fought. I haven't tested myself against a slick boxer. I think I can do it. Now there are questions.
All right, check it out. Jab, baby. It's your shot. All right.
Next Wednesday, it's the season premiere of Inside the NFL. Join Bob Costas, Chris Collinsworth, Dan Marino, and Chris Carter for picks, analysis, And all the highlights of the first week of the NFL season.
Right hand. Right? Now, when you get inside, he's trying to beat you to the punch. All right? You have to beat him back to the punch. You got to work inside to get the hell out of there.
It's very difficult, so be sure you're aggressive. Don't get over Sellers there because he's very difficult, very elusive.
Okay, respirando duro antes de salir.
Power punches through round two. CompuBox finding Morales landing 15 out of 63. Raheem, 18 out of 54. Slight edge to Raheem. Raheem has been way more effective with his jab than has Morales. Harold Letterman gives the first 2 rounds of the fight to the lesser-known fighter. So former American Olympian Zahir Raheem, whose professional career has been a disappointment to him and to some boxing fans, has carved out the beginnings of a potential upset bid. Morales jabbing to the body.
But he jabs so hard that he actually gets off balance after he throws his jab sometimes. His right leg is totally in there.
Raheem looping over the top with the right, and now hook to the body, and there's a big right hand by Morales.
A lot of swinging, not much landing. Right now, Raheem has a much better fix on the rhythm of Morales than Morales does on him.
I agree, Larry, and it's being a big factor right now. Because Morales pushes everything off on that simple, hard 1-2. And right now, Raheem is doing more different things, better upper body movement, everything.
You wouldn't believe this is the same fighter who fought Rocky Juarez.
This has been a tremendous round for Zahir Raheem. Raheem has stood in, traded shots with Morales, gotten the better of the exchanges, shown strength and power in addition to his boxing skill. This round has been a showcase for how good Zahir Raheem might be.
And Morales is fighting mainly on his left feet a lot of the time. His whole body is leaning over his left feet, and Zahir is taking advantage of that by landing much faster punches. The thing that Zahir's got to watch out for is that right hand still, because if he ever gets caught with that long right hand that Morales is shooting, he's going to have some problems.
Body shot by Raheem, great left hook upstairs. There are stretches of these rounds where Zahir Raheem is totally dominant, because as both Larry and Emmanuel have pointed out, he's the one who's controlling the rhythm of the fight.
Deep breath now. Come on, give me a deep breath.
Todo por abajo, Erik.
Everything in the bottom, inside the back. Don't throw any punches on top. Hit him in the body.
Te está recargando el cuerpo, te va a cansar. Yeah, that's right, John. Just relax, take your time, put the combination together.
Relax, you look good. So you ain't got to push. You got to be pushing, right?
You got all downstairs,
too. The knockout gonna come.
All right.
It's gonna come, I see.
Everything cool? All right, baby. We went a long time to get here. Man, you here. We done went through the first 3 rounds. He ain't got nothing, baby.
The Mexican and Mexican-American fans in this crowd have gone silent, shocked and or discouraged by what they've seen so far, as Erik Morales in the first 3 rounds has been bested, quite frankly, by American Zahir Raheem. Harold Letterman, how do you have it so far?
Okay, Jim, 3 rounds to nothing, 30-27, Zahir Raheem. Jim, I got to tell you something. These Philadelphia guys are tough. You know, Erik Morales is making two basic mistakes that, is causing him to get hit so much. Number one, he's reaching. He's absolutely leaning in and reaching, and when he does that, Raheem nails him. Number two, he's a tall guy who's trying to fight short. Now watch, you'll see him crouch down constantly to try to land shots, and every time he does it, Raheem nails him. 3-0, Raheem.
I have the same score. I wonder if the judges do. Now, all of a sudden, Morales is backing up, looking to counterpunch Raheem.
And let's see if Raheem will take the invitation.
Which shows a kind of confusion on Morales' part and exactly how to attack.
And he gets clocked by a vicious right hand. Now, Raheem is not a big puncher. If he were, he would have been hurt by that punch. Morales backs Raheem off with an uppercut. Swings and misses with a left hook. Another right hand by Morales. Raheem backs him away with two perfect jabs. Right on the chin.
This looked like it's the making of an upset right now, the way it's going. Unless something drastically changes, and it'd have to be one big punch from Morales. But other than that, it looks like Zahir is going to end up beating him.
What tactical adjustment should Morales be making here, Emmanuel, to try to change the fight?
I don't think he can. I think a lot is based with his body rhythm right now, and his balance. I mean, everything is just jabbing and leaning in, fighting off of his left foot on the floor, and his right foot is helping there half the time when he's moving in, and that makes a big difference.
Bottom line, this is not great Morales, but that's not so much the story of the fight. This is superb Zahir Raheem so far. That's the big story.
Yes, it's coming. I think the man is fighting at his right weight for a change, and it's making a big difference.
And maybe 135 isn't the right weight for Erik Morales.
You always hear fighters talking about, wait, I got to do this. I had to take too much weight off. They have all kinds of stories, alibis, excuses for why they didn't do what they were supposed to do. But all of a sudden, we're looking at a fighter, Raheem, who seems to have told the truth when he said all of that.
They still better watch that right hand, though. He's still balling for that powerful short overhead right that Morales is shooting.
Morales is having a better round.
He's having a better round than he's had, but is he having a better round than Raheem?
I think the flow, as you said last year, is moving towards Raheem. He seems the rhythm is more his for the fight.
Respirando duro.
Very skinny. Deep press.
Respirando duro. Respirando duro, hijo. Vamos.
Deep press, son.
Una respiradita. Vamos.
Come on. No.
Otro poquito de agua.
Just give me some more water.
Here is a sequence of the left hands that Raheem has driven off Morales inside and outside.
This is, at this moment, the quietest crowd I've ever seen at an Erik Morales fight. He has been bottled lightning, nothing but excitement throughout his professional career. But right now, his fans are stunned by the degree to which he's been technically outgunned in the first 4 rounds by Zahir Raheem. Power connects through round 4. Morales 27 out of 130. Raheem 41 of 104. Harold Letterman gave the 4th round to Morales. That's the first round he's won on the Letterman scorecard.
And he gave him that round because comparatively he did better than the other rounds, but actually he probably didn't even win that, but it was a comparison round. Had one good right uppercut, and that was about it.
Raheem landing at will with the jab. It's not a big jab, it's a flicking jab, but it's too quick for Morales right now. Raheem with the right hand.
Right on the button.
Wet spot in the middle of the ring. A very aware Zahir Raheem steps away.
That was impressive.
It was impressive. He showed real presence of mind and confidence the way he did that. Oh! Unstoppable with the left hand. Straight right hand lands. Morales gets in a right hand over the top. Morales tries to cut off the ring. Raheem gets away and stuns him with a right hand. Let's see if Morales is really hurt. I'm not sure Raheem wants to find out.
I don't know if he was really hurt. I think he got caught off balance coming in and didn't expect it because he fights, as I said, on his left leg and his right leg is off balance.
Yeah, part of that was off balance. He certainly wouldn't have done that if he hadn't been hit.
And Raheem, I think, showed you right there that he's totally comfortable trying to win a decision and confident that he's going to do so. And there's that wet spot that Raheem avoided before. Why don't they dry it off?
You're right, Jim. The referee should stop this.
Referee John Shorley not electing to stop the action and dry the wet spot, even though Raheem has slipped on it twice and just slipped a third time.
I'm wondering if his shoes, it could possibly be his shoes also. The same spot, and I don't see Morales.
Two great right hands by Zahir Raheem. That ends a small Morales rally. Another tremendous round for Raheem, dominating the Mexican star. This is all Zahir Raheem in this round. He has made out of Erik Morales look awkward and slow in round 5.
He can't do no with you. He can't do no with you. He do no with you. How you feel? How you feel? Take your time. If ain't over yet, all right? Ain't over yet. Take your time, all right? Don't get careless. You work. Everything's all right.
Come on. You want that? You want to give it to him. Take your time, baby. Keep it coming. Hey.
Not too much.
If Erik Morales didn't know he was in a fight before this and thought that he would be able to just turn up his jets and turn it around, he is finding out differently here as we get to the midpoint of this fight.
Through 5 rounds, Erik Morales has landed 8 jabs. Less than 2 jabs per round. Raheem 20 out of 120, but he's been way more effective in that category. The best laid plans. As Larry Merchant pointed out at the top of the evening, the brilliant top-ranked matchmaker Bruce Trampler thought it would be okay to let Morales fight against Zahir Raheem.
You can't hold like that.
There's a slip. Not a knockdown.
Now you're seeing vintage Morales, knowing that he's losing and all those great fights he's had with the world, Pacquiao, he's coming out now to try to win the fight by just punching now and power punching and making a fight of it.
And this will be a test of Raheem's professionalism.
It is, and it's going to be a big test because Raheem has a good chin himself, but he's going to be tested tonight. His skill is superior, but he's going to be, his chin and his heart is going to be tested at this stage right now.
Well, the key moment may already have come as Raheem is wobbled by a right hand from Morales.
I don't know. Something is wrong.
Raheem just said to the judge, will you wipe the ring?
Yes,
will
he's
you
asking
wipe the
Shorley.
ring?
He's asking referee John Shorley to do what we've been talking about for 2 rounds. Wipe the wet spots. Shorley still ignoring it.
Nice body punch combination.
Tremendous professionalism, the way he dug the left hand to the body.
It was not a low punch.
It was a perfect punch, just as that was a perfect left hook. No doubt there are a lot of fans sitting at home saying, where in the world has Zahir Raheem been for 9 years? He's showing the kind of talent that sent him to the Olympics.
Well, nothing I can do about it.
The referee says there's nothing he can do about it. There is something he can do about it.
How about a towel?
Well, I don't know. I can't see from where we are whether there's water or not, but I know that both guys have shoes on, and I'm only seeing one guy slipping. That's what I'm beginning to wonder.
Do you think it's the paint and not wet spots on
But
the
sometimes, you know, when a fighter has a little fear and nervous that they fall down a lot all the time, too, even though they're not aware of it.
Well, but it's also his style when he tries to get away or bend down low.
I don't think he's got anything to be nervous about.
Yeah, Sweet Pea Whitaker was one of his heroes, he told us yesterday, and sometimes he gets down in that fashion.
Whatever it is, he's been down about 5 times, and that's unusual in a fight. And the way it looks, he's going to go down a few more times.
Julio Cesar Chavez and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. That's the closest they've come to smiling all night. Mostly these have been looks of great concern and consternation over the way their buddy Erik Morales is having difficulty with Zahir Raheem.
That referee is against us. Then that son of a gun, you got to watch out for that referee. You work fine, but listen, work from a distance.
Best punch early in the round. Good hard right by Morales. And there you see his feet slipping. Part of that from an awkward defensive position. Or part of that apparently from the signage in the middle of the ring, which sometimes can get very slippery.
Incidentally, that last shot came from our new high-speed, slow-motion replay camera. You'll be seeing great replays from that new camera fight after fight. Harold Letterman, how do you have it through 6?
Okay, Jim. 59, 55, 5 rounds to 1, Zahir Raheem. You know, Jim, I got to tell you, he's getting off first, doubling up on his shots. I mean, he's moving, good ring generalship, good defense. I mean, he's slipping a lot of Erik Morales' big shots. There he got off first and nailed them real good. And as far as the shoes go, I think they're both using rubber-soled shoes. But when you hit that wet spot, you're going to slip. 5-1, Raheem.
I still don't see a wet spot.
I don't think it is a wet spot. It's that slick sign. That's something which is painted over and can be slick.
Well, in that case, then the referee's correct in saying there's nothing I can do about it. And that, I'm sure, is what referee John Shorley is thinking, is that it's the paint. Jab, jab. Morales trying to jab back. Right hand, but not clean. Intensity of the bout has dropped off just a little bit as Morales begins to search for answers. A couple of rounds ago, it looked as though he was going to go ahead and try to make it a war. Now he backs Raheem off with a right hand. Suddenly Raheem begins to move more and punch less.
The inner strength of Raheem is going to be a big factor going down the stretch, because the talent is there, but he's going to be tested to see how strong he is inside.
Emmanuel, you know him, you trained him for a brief period of time. Do you think Zahir Raheem has the kind of self-belief that'll be necessary to go on through with this?
No, he has doubts, but I think tonight he should rise to the occasion. But he's not one of the strongest individuals I've dealt with internally. But he has a lot of skill, and tonight, the way things are going so easy, it's no way he should lose control of this fight.
He's fighting the fight of his career. He is fighting a tremendous fight. It's not out of the question that on some card, he might have won all 6 rounds.
Time. Go over here. Go over here.
Erik Morales needs to have his shoe tied. Morales practically running to the corner to get it tied.
Vamos. Erik, right there. Erik. Right there. Time in.
almost finished. Raheem gets in another quick left hook. Morales snaps him with a straight left hand. And Erik Morales looks discouraged as he goes back to his corner after 7.
Respirando duro, hijo. Respirando duro.
All right. Don't give up. If he hits you with a butt head, yeah. The referee is against us. I don't think the referee is giving us a fair shake. Yeah, the other guy's impression, the judges, so you got to keep punching a lot.
Come up top, come down to the bottom. All right? All right?
So you don't keep boxes. I see you like that. That's all. 1, 2, 3.
Top and bottom, baby. Don't fight.
1, 2, 3s, man.
Sometimes the side of beef jumps off the counter and attacks the butcher.
Okay?
Is that what's happening here tonight?
The 1996 United States Olympic boxing team produced 5 legitimate world champions. 112-pounder Erik Morel, 125-pounder Floyd Mayweather Jr., 147-pounder Fernando Vargas, 156-pounder David Reed, and 178-pounder Antonio Tarver. Raheem said, I went to the Olympics thinking I was just as good as any of those guys, maybe better. Took me years to get over the disappointment of losing both in Atlanta and then not getting a great start to my professional career. He's trying to make up for a lot of it tonight. Oh, what a right hand by Raheem.
If he had his hands tight at the end of his punches, Morales would really be in trouble tonight.
What do you mean by that?
He punches, but he doesn't have his hands squeezed tight at the end of his punches.
How can you tell that?
Well, I was looking at it, but I've worked with him before, too. I know that. I've worked with him.
So he's looking to slap his opponent?
No, he don't say shoot them straight, but he don't be squeezing it. The degree of tightness of your hands has a lot to do with the power that your hands are, believe it or not. Some of your best punchers are just guys who just squeeze their hands tightly at the end.
Yeah.
Tremendous difference.
But the layman who's never had boxing gloves on underestimates the degree of strength and commitment it takes to keep the gloves squeezed tight.
And some of the gloves are actually designed where it's difficult to even hold them tight.
Raheem getting in 3 great body shots. Mixing body shots into his attack now more freely than before. Morales is still searching for an answer.
Shot a lot of power in those right hands. These right hand missiles he's shooting are very powerful. He may be off balance afterwards, but if one of them lands.
But he hasn't really caught Raheem or hurt him at any point in the fight.
He can't get his rhythm because he doesn't have anyone that's really fighting with him the way that he was with Pacquiao and with Barrera. This guy's fighting a type of a fight where he can't get a fighting rhythm to go on.
You know, without taking anything away from Morales, in other divisions, he's always been the bigger guy. At 122, he was bigger than anybody. At 126, he was bigger. At 130, he's not the bigger guy tonight, as well as fighting a real slick American boxer.
And Larry, it's good that you brought that up because I thought that was really the big difference between the fight with him and Pacquiao. And I picked him to win the fight simply because he was naturally bigger than Pacquiao was.
Morales' father keeps talking about how the referee isn't giving Erik a fair shake. Memo to Jose, it's not about the referee.
The referees are doing hardly anything in this fight.
That's what I'm talking about. It's time to show up and show the fuck up, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Round number 9, baby. You can pitch in a shutout. Like I said, I don't know what the hell they see, but I see you beating his ass. Now, you're going to have...
Don't be too good with him. And he comes close, belt him. And if he gets close, don't hold him up. Hit him hard. He hit you low, so hit him back.
One more clean punch among many if a fight were determined simply by who landed the most clean punches, this fight would almost be over.
Power connects through 8. Morales 46 out of 221. Raheem 84 out of 199. So it is a working margin of significant proportions for Raheem, at least in terms of CompuBox numbers. Maybe on the scorecards too.
Well, now we're going to see if a fighter everybody regards as one of the great fighters of this time can turn it up and find some way to turn it around.
Indeed. Does Erik Morales have another year?
You know, speaking of scoring, as much as I hate the Olympic-style scoring, if this was one of those where they have that computer scoring for clean blows, and you get so far ahead they just stop the fight, this would probably have been stopped because of the amount of clean blows that Raheem has landed as compared to Morales.
Well, I'm glad it's not that kind of fight, because I'm not ready for him to stop it, Emmanuel. I want to see what happens in the last 4 rounds. As Erik Morales tries to salvage his chance at yet another big fight, he's getting batted around by an obstreperous and not terribly respectful Zahir Raheem. You heard Raheem's trainer Don House say, "I see you beating him up." What do the judges see? Raheem still beating Morales to the punch in the center of the ring. Morales can't decide whether to box or brawl.
Now he's trying to lure
a more aggressive guy who is aggressive and a better puncher would have Morales in big, big trouble right now because he's so confused, his confidence is gone. And his basics with his balance is horrible.
Larry Merchant invoked the name of top-ranked promotions Bruce Trampler, the matchmaker, at the beginning of the evening. He was partially paying tribute to the fact that Trampler has a reputation for being as good as anybody in the sport at choosing an opponent who can make for an interesting fight, but who still allows his star to win. Somewhere in the arena, Bruce Trampler is wondering right now, why did I pick Zahir Raheem?
Well, as we said, it isn't an exact science.
Well, it's not all bad. Zahir just signed a promotional contract recently with Top Rank, so they're not out in the dark all the way.
Meanwhile, Manny Pacquiao of the Philippines did his part of the business earlier this evening, knocking out his opponent Hector Velasquez. Now Pacquiao waits to see if Erik Morales can uphold his end of the bargain and preserve their big money rematch. But it doesn't look all that promising.
Ahí está, respirando duro, ahí está, respirando duro, va.
Deep breath.
Está bien, vamos.
You're right. Let's go.
Vamos.
Let's get some water.
Está bien, Eddie, vamos.
We're all right, Erik.
Vamos. Aquí no hay cansancio. Aquí no hay cansancio.
You're not tired.
Right hand hook. Boom, boom. He's gonna run right into it anyway.
In only 2 rounds has Morales landed in double figures. In every round, Raheem has landed in double figures.
Round number 10, baby. Round 10.
You ain't got the rush, it's gonna come.
Round 10 begins, and the question to me is, Harold, is the fight already over on your scorecard?
Just about, Jim. 8 rounds to 1. 89, 82, Zahir Raheem. Jim, I got to tell you, I think the worst thing that Erik Morales can do is reach. He leans in and he reaches. It's driving me crazy because every time he does that, he gets nailed by Raheem's right hand. I mean, you just got to watch it. He will lean in, stick that left hand way out, and bam, Raheem comes over the top or whacks him with a left hook. Yep. 8-1, Raheem.
Raheem leading there with a solid left hook.
I have it 7-2.
Now Morales got in a good left hook there. Morales needs contact and a lot of it. Another slippage by Raheem. Mexican fans believe sooner or later there should be a knockdown. At 7, 8 unanswered punches for Raheem before Morales finally threw back.
There's another beautiful short right hand counter too as he moved in.
Straight left.
There's some at Zahir. I thought landed a short right hand over there.
Zahir's doing everything. There's a right hand by Morales and a left hook to follow, but no damage. Eight jabs in a row by Raheem, no answer from Morales. Finally, he sticks the left and misses. And now you can see that Morales, tired of eating counter right hands, is getting reluctant to throw. By the way, I don't think Manny Pacquiao should try to fight Zahir Raheem.
It's a little different. Pacquiao plays a lot of intensity and a lot of fury the way he fights.
But Raheem's a big, slick boxer.
The weight. You're right.
Yep.
You're absolutely right.
He's a 135-pound slick boxer.
Yep.
Not the right guy. Oh, what a left hook. Backs Morales right off. Erik walked right into it.
This is becoming almost embarrassing.
It really is.
For Morales.
It's a wipeout.
Good fight, Erik. Good fight.
All right, let's go.
Son 2 rounds, ¿eh?
We got 2 rounds to go.
¿Viste cómo hiciste ahora este round?
So what you
El
did in the
otro también, el
round,
otro
you
también.
gotta do the same thing in the next 2 rounds. Come on, the other guy is just trying to survive, to impress the judges. He's not doing much.
All right. Your jab is working like there's no tomorrow. Keep that jab in his face. This is a basic 1-2-3 combination guy. Yeah. All right? 1-2-3 combination. Boom, 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 get out. Yeah. All we got to do for the next 2 rounds, all right? Basic combination. We ain't got to do nothing fancy and pretty.
You're a boxer. Box, baby. Work it out there.
You don't even seem to wonder, Manuel, whether Raheem can maintain his poise and his conditioning.
Raheem, go over there.
Because he seems
Give me the towel.
so
Give me the towel.
calm in the middle of what should be a storm.
I'm not done yet.
And his ability to think and concentrate seems to be very good.
Through 10 rounds, Erik Morales has landed only 18 out of 163 jabs. Raheem has landed more than twice as many. And thrown a great deal more. And now he starts to pump the jab again. You heard trainer Don House say, keep jabbing. 1, 2, 3, that's all you need to do. 1, 2, 3, of course, is jab, right cross, left hook. Morales reaching, lunging, missing. Raheem popping him and moving away. That's the first time Morales has slipped in the same way Raheem has slipped several times.
I think Larry's right. It's probably the paint because there's no water on the floor at all, I can see.
I agree. Now.
Morales is dead. Keep referring to the referee as being biased. It's just like when the old joke about the butler did it.
Morales felt like he had a moment there. He landed a left hook inside and thought that he had hurt Raheem. Raheem held up both hands. Usually that means, yes, he was a little bit wobbled. Crowd got excited, but now the moment has passed. many times have we seen it when a fighter like Morales, superstar, trained by his father, gets in trouble, falls behind in a fight, and never once does the father trainer say, you know what, you've lost the fight, unless you go in there and stage a huge rally and turn it all around. We haven't heard that come out of Jose Morales.
No, that's refusing to face reality. And a lot of time the fathers actually go into a state of shock, I'll be honest with you, themselves. And they are just helpless in the corners in those cases.
Like Felix Trinidad Sr. when Trinidad was being blown up by Bernard Hopkins in Madison Square Garden. Like Shane Mosley twice against Vernon Forrest when his father Jack simply never showed the desperation.
The fathers just clammed up in those cases, didn't know what they were seeing, what to do, what the answer was, anything. And the fighter needs help when he's in those type situations.
Morales holding his hands up as if to say, I want you to fight with me. Another slip on the paint. The Morales fans thought maybe it was a knockdown. They trade right hands in the center of the ring. 10 seconds left in the 11th. Right hand by Morales.
That should
have been a knockdown. Raheem's glove touched the canvas, and Morales didn't get credit for the knockdown. We'll have to look at the replay, but I believe Raheem's glove touched the canvas.
Okay, Erik, deep breath now. Come on, let me put some water on your balls. Last round. You gotta go this.
Get in his face, right hand, left hook, and move. All right? He's desperate right now. All right? Don't play around.
A desperate Morales, a high shot followed by a shorter one, and yes, the glove did touch the ground. Technically, that's a knockdown.
Yep.
The
Right
referee
glove.
did not call it.
From that angle, I really couldn't see clearly myself.
Actually, I'm not.
It appeared,
now
but I
not
really
certain
can't
it's
see.
that. Yeah.
I really couldn't see. But regardless of what, Zahir's going to have to, cause he's won maybe 10 rounds, he cannot just rest on that. He's got to get some respect this last round. If it don't, it'll be a nightmare for him.
He's either won 7, 8, 9, or 10 rounds. You know,
yeah, but he's going to have to fight
exactly
some.
how many.
Guys, think Taylor Chavez. Taylor Chavez.
All right.
Morales is in the position that Chavez was in, coming out in the last round against another Philadelphia fighter, having to score a knockout to win.
Yeah, but I'm not sure he's done anywhere near the kind of damage that Chavez did to Taylor to the body and the straight right
I
hands to the
agree,
fight.
but that's the desperate situation he's in.
Yep, I agree. The 11th round was as close as Morales has been to having a big round. Not as big as he might have liked. Raheem doesn't feel as though he needs to win the 12th.
I would box, you get paid to go 12 rounds, work the whole 12 rounds. All he's got to do is, once he starts boxing and hitting Morales is going to slow down his attack. That'll take the pressure off of him a lot.
I think he's got to win this fight, this round, excuse me. Let's remember, Morales is the star. The crowd is a Morales crowd.
The judges are American judges, 2 from California and 1 from New York. Dr. James Jenkin, Raul Calles Sr. from California, Julie Letterman.
That's what he needs. That's what he needs to keep doing right there.
Great right hand by Raheem, backed Morales off.
And that'll slow him down a lot more, get a little bit more respect.
Another exchange won by the American fighter. Erik Morales is showing his fighting will and spirit as he tries to lift himself in these last 2 rounds.
He's been in so many of these wars right here.
But he's only landed a couple of big shots. Nothing earth-shaking. And now in the last minute of the fight, after all of the wars and all of the years, you have to wonder if Erik Morales, in moving up to 135 pounds tonight, finally bit off more than he could chew. He said it would be interesting for him to take on the kind of challenge he hadn't had before. Now maybe you see why he hadn't had this kind of challenge before. Morales scuffling and scraping, trying to get something done, but the clock is winding down. And Raheem backs him off again with a straight right hand. And now Zahir Raheem is going to try to make a closing statement in the last 10 seconds as Erik Morales looks for one more shot, and it's over. We'll see what the judges saw.
I thought Raheem won the fight. But remember earlier we also pointed out how the judges' kindness helped Oscar De La Hoya out in a similar scenario in what was purported to be a run-up to a major showdown between him and Hopkins.
Harold Letterman gave 10 of the 12 rounds here to Zahir Raheem. The fight you're referring to, of course, was Felix Sturm against Oscar De La Hoya. And frankly, this was a much more one-sided fight than Felix Sturm against Oscar De La Hoya. We mentioned once again, the judges are Americans. Raul Cais Sr. of California, 17 title fights. Scored Marquez over Salido. That was pretty easy. Dr. James Jen King, 38 title fights. Had Castillo, the winner over Joel Casamayor, 116-112. Maybe he likes body punchers. And Julie Letterman, 13 title fights, scored Corrales over Casamayor in their second fight, 115-112. The previous scorecard we showed you was from the first Corrales-Casamayor fight.
Yeah. Bryce, Alicia, Tina.
Michael Buffer's already got the numbers. Let's see who won.
See y'all, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Staples Center, we go to the judges' scorecards. Julie Letterman scores at 118 to 110. Dr. James Jankin, 116 to 112. Raul Cais Sr., 115 to 113. All to the winner by unanimous decision. Zahir King Raheem.
Decision, right winner, and Julie Letterman had the scorecard identical to her father's. All's well that ends well. Erik Morales soundly beaten by Zahir Raheem in his first fight at 135 pounds. Manny Pacquiao will look for another opponent against whom to make his next batch of millions of dollars.
And it probably won't be with Zahir.
No, I don't think he should ever fight Zahir Raheem. I think he should go back to 126 maybe and knock out some more featherweights, but we'll see what happens in the crowded 126 and 130-pound weight classes.
Yeah, Pacquiao is an exciting fighter, though.
Pacquiao's an exciting fighter.
Yeah.
No matter who he fights, it'll be a big attraction. Erik Morales will be back for more big fights, but this was Zahir Raheem's night, Zahir Raheem's moment. He landed nearly twice as many total punches as did Morales. He threw more punches than did Morales. Amazing. No one would have predicted that. And he landed at a significantly higher percentage. Power shots, and again, these will be dominant numbers for Zahir Raheem. No one would have predicted that Zahir Raheem would land nearly twice as many power shots as Erik Morales and land at twice as high a connect percentage. This was a brilliant technical performance by a fighter who put it all together on the night when he needed to, and Larry Merchant stands by with Philadelphia's Zahir Raheem.
Zahir, congratulations. How did you pull this off?
It was due. It was due. It was my time. I've been in this game a long time, Larry. I stuck with it, had faith, and I studied my craft. You know what I mean? I stayed in the gym and always believed in myself and nobody else will. And I worked hard. It wasn't a gift, man. I earned it.
Are you over finally with the depression of what happened to you in the '96 Olympics and when you went home to Philadelphia to find David Reed, the hero?
Oh, yes. I mean, it's been almost 10 years, and I finally got my just due, but I'm still not happy and done yet. I haven't yet accomplished my professional goals. I want to be a legend. and I won't stop until I'm done.
What did you see in Morales that you could exploit?
I wouldn't say so much as Morales in particular, but it's what I believe in myself. I know, Morales is a champion. He's a legend. He's beat plenty of good guys, and I take my hat off to the man. He's a great warrior, and I give him all the credit, but I just believed in myself. Even if it was another champion there, I would have believed this the same way. It wasn't just particular Morales. I believed in myself, Larry.
Were you surprised that you could hit him with so many clean punches?
Yes. I'm not going to be cocky. Yes, I was, Larry. I was.
How did you turn around your style from somebody we all thought was this slick boxer into a boxer puncher who could beat a guy like Morales?
Well, Larry, I told you in the meeting that, I learned how to train for conditioning and believe in myself and not to lose weight, which was killing me. So I actually just, took my time and actually focused and ate right and believed in myself.
Who would you like to fight next?
Whoever my manager, my promoter put in front of me, Larry. It doesn't matter from here. I've accomplished my goal. I'm over the depression of that, I felt I was a failure after the Olympics. I'm happy now, and it doesn't matter. Whoever you want me to fight, Larry. Whoever HBO said they want me to fight, let's go.
Thank you, and congratulations again for a great performance.
Thank you, Larry. And I want to thank Erik Morales in this camp. He's a great fighter, man. He's a legend. And I wanted to say what's up to Fred Jenkins in North Philly, Tony Holden, Tina, and the Holden family. Thank you. I love you.
All right. Erik, you describe what happened to you tonight.
Erik, descríbenos lo que te pasó esta noche.
Bueno, es un peleador muy difícil, se los dije. Es un peleador rápido, difícil. Casi nunca presenta pelea. Y eso es complicado.
Yeah, like I said, he's very elusive, very hard to fight. He never really put up a fight because he was moving around so much.
And yet he hit you a lot of clean punches, didn't he?
Pero él te pegó muchos golpes, limpios golpes.
Sí, no. Claro, sí nos pegó algunos golpes. Pero por los mismos que le golpeamos, yo creo que fueron muchos más golpes a las manos que contados los golpes fueron los que me pegaron y bueno.
Yes, he hit me a lot of punches, but he also missed a lot, and he also hit me on my arms. I was blocking a lot of them.
Do you feel that the weight made any difference? This is your first fight at lightweight.
¿Sientes tú que el peso, 135 libras, tuvo algún efecto porque fue tu primera pelea en peso ligero?
Pues realmente no te lo sé decir, ¿no? Pero sí es un poco diferente, pero pues más que todo es un peleador difícil, ¿no? Y eso se complica más en cualquier peso.
I don't think the weight head was too much. It's just that he was a very difficult fighter.
Does this mean you will go back to fight at 130 pounds or even 126 because you're so much bigger and stronger than most opposition?
¿Esto significa que tú regresarías a las 130 o tal vez si puedes a las 126?
No, jamás. Para adelante.
No, never. I would never go that way.
What do you see happening now?
¿Qué tú ves pasando ahora de ahora en adelante?
Primero que nada, pues vamos a ver el video, vamos a ver qué pasó, vamos a ver con calma qué es lo que pasó en video y después tomaremos una decisión.
First we're going to see what happened. We're going to review the tape, see really what happened, then we'll make a decision.
Do you think that the rematch with Pacquiao is gone for now?
¿Piensas tú que la revancha con Pacquiao ya no es?
No lo sé, vamos a ver.
I don't know.
Thank you. Thank you, Erik. Jim?
Thank you very much.